Setting on my tablet. Hello, 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 everybody. Thanks for coming in. So excited. I'm glad you're here. Got lots of stuff. Just a quick view of what we have so far. Lots of clear glass, some milk glass, some vintage pieces. There's a lot in my Buy It Now, as well as what's in the auction page. I'm happy to take a look and just get this started. I thought I'd take a second to kind of scan things so you can see what we have. Do this real quickly. Okay, let me switch my camera real quickly. All right, so here's just some of the pieces here. Beautiful tiara. Indiana glass, more tiara. German porcelain. And of course, these came from the Shriners in the East Coast. Some cute little lanterns. They've never been used. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. And there's some more clear glass here. I live in a tiny home, so I don't have room to move things around. I'm setting up shop in my storage unit so I can kind of do more from there. It gives me more space. But there's some good pieces here. Some beautiful little saucers. Really fun antiques. Cute little hen on nest. Some McCoy. Some real fun Turkish coffee cups. Some more really beautiful milk glass. Snack tray sets. Nice Fenton. I don't have any Lenox Swans. Yeah, I can keep an eye out for them, but I do not have them, no. I actually have not come across any, but that's good to know. So, and tonight, of course, the focus is on the glass. So let me get this back up here. Welcome in, everyone. Appreciate it. And I don't have any pre-bids, so I was kind of scanning through for that. I'm doing it by myself, which is this is a challenge sometimes when you do it by yourself. You can't go as fast. So I try to make it to where the items go for 10 seconds and just kind of go from there. So I will go ahead and start. Okay. These are ball mason jars. They're an antique aqua blue ball. They're quart-sized canning jars. They are they're intact. It's the sandwich, the seam where they were put together here, and you'll know the age of a ball jar by this pattern here and the font that they use. The different fonts represent a different age of the item. Let's see which, this is the number 2. This is 1, so I need to get the 2 out for you. Kind of show you the difference. So I'm going to show you all 3 because they're very different in look. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to show first. This is the number 2. It just says ball here. Perfect mason. It has bubbles in it that you might not see in the newer jars today. The threads are nice. You've got that seam from where they were manufactured. There's the number 2 on the bottom of this one. You can see where they were cut and blown there. They're really cool. So this is a ball, number 2. This is the number 1. So the number means nothing as far as the antiquity of the item. It's this. So this one has the line underneath it, like it's at the end of the L it goes down, and this does not. So each one represents the age of the bottle. This is my oldest piece here. It's the 10. So, and you can see where you've got the seams again. And rumor has it 13 is the rarest piece. Not really sure why, but that's what they say. So we're going to start with the number 2. So this one is, I'm going to put this up so you can kind of see it right here. So this is a vintage blue aqua perfect mason jar. These were made, this specific logo style is between 1923 and 1933. So it's really pretty. You got the bubbles through here. Again, you have this piece right here. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and I want to start it at $6, so I'm going to pin it. And it says 30 seconds, so I need to move it to 10. All right. All right. So here we go. This one's running. It's a nice piece. Old. But this one uses a traditional seal. It's not a snap lock, so you can actually use this. So this is the number 2. All right. Thanks for looking at that one. So the next one is the number 10. Again, 1923 to 1933. These jars used the old metal zinc screw-on lid. So if you have those, they work well, but they would use like a wax ring or if you were to do something like that. But I would not use these for traditional canning because this needs that old metal zinc lid. So we're going to start this one now. There we go. It's just a great piece. Thank you for joining, guys. Appreciate it. This one you can see it's satin sat up against other jars. Got a little bit of scruffing there. It's clean. It's in good condition. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining in. Are there any new sellers in here? Are there any sellers in here? Put your name in the chat with a purple heart behind it and everybody follow them. We're a community. We like to support each other, so I'd like to see that happen. Feel free to put your shop in there. Even put your date on it so it can be bookmarked. So this is probably the oldest one here. This one, get out of here since that is. So this one was manufactured, if you're a collector of antiques, this was manufactured 1910 to 1923. Right here, and this is a great one. So we're going to, I want to change the price on it. Since it's an auction, we're going to do it at $6 to start, not at the $10 buy it now price. Let me change that. I'm going to turn my heater off. It's warm. There we go. All right. Okay. So this one, we're going to start it at $6. We're going to run this. Again, 10 seconds. 1910 to 1923 for collectors. There we go. This has that underline. There's a chart online that's put out by Ball. All right, thanks for looking. So let's go to the next item. Got these Glastonbury glasses. They're delicate. They're like cordial glasses. They're a Glastonbury Lotus gray cut crystal. And we're going to start these at $3 each. They have this really pretty etching. See that really beautiful etching there? There are no callouts. There are no chips. The stems are in good condition. I do advise people not to. I know there's a lot of popular like hutches that have you hang your glasses like this. And when you hang it like this, it almost looks beveled. You can see like bevels in there. In the pattern, see that right there? Where it looks beveled with the way that they've done it. That's actually done on the inside. But if you hang it upside down like this, you weaken your stem. A lot of times people will set these down and it'll just snap off. Don't hang them. It creates stress. Just leave them like this. Store them sitting up like they're supposed to be. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this one. They're really pretty. Thank you for joining, guys. If you have a shop, go ahead and post your shop name and your show so it can be bookmarked. All right, thanks for looking. Is it there? It's an awesome God he reigns. All right. Okay, so here's a neat barrel glass jar. Anybody's familiar with barrel glass? This has a touch of a pink shade happening. It's going to eventually turn purple if it sits in the sunshine long enough. If you're familiar with this type of material, these jars are, it's also called solarized amethyst glass. And I'm going to read this real quickly. It has manganese dioxide, which was used as a decolorizer. And when it reacts with the UV rays, it creates an amethyst color. So it's really pretty. The process was stopped in World War I. And why it turns purple is that the glass makers use the manganese dioxide to counteract the natural green tint in clear glass, which I have some in the clear, the old green. This would be the green. And so they tried to counteract this doing that manganese, which created this. So the longer it sits in the UV rays, the more amethyst it becomes. It's really cool. And it's slowly turning because it's had, I do put it in the sun on purpose. So this is a great piece. And we're going to start this at $3. All right, here we go. Awesome barrel glass. You can see the seam in it from when it was made. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Again, if you have a shop and you have a show coming up, please bookmark it in there, put it in there for the name of your shop. We want to bookmark your show and support you. All right. This is Indiana Glass by Federal Glass Company. Here we go. Got the real pretty. These were in oatmeal bags back in the Depression era. When families would buy big bags of oatmeal, these would be in there. So they would collect these, and that's why a lot of our aunts and uncles have this amber glass, this Indiana glass, the Federal glass. They were all left in for, it was the Depression. People didn't have dishes, and I think it made things, little pretty things to kind of offset some of the stress going on. This is a nice piece. You can see the color is good. There we go. So this is called the Madrid pattern, and it's a amber Depression glass piece. Starting this at $3. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Real pretty. Nice. Okay. Thanks for looking. All right. Feel free to go into the Buy It Now page and look there if you'd like. This is more of that glass that has the manganese in it. We'll turn amethyst. This is actually an old whiskey flask bottle. You can see the top there, and this is where the label went. It's got looks like this was recovered in San Francisco from an old mine, and this is where there had been some sediment in the bottle. And when we got it out, this is what we were left with. But spelunkers were in there, and this is what they found. And a man with one leg found this, and he gave it to me, and it was really cool. And that's when he taught me about manganese and all that stuff. This one, you can see the old, where it was blown, and you've got the little bubble in the glass there. It's got the nice corner pieces here. It's just a nice, handsome piece. It's beautiful. It's just fun. This is a 12-ounce flask, whiskey flask. So clearly there was a cork in here, right here. So we're going to run this. We're starting this one at $4. I'll make it 10 seconds and not 15. We're going to go 15 seconds on this. All right. There we go. Whiskey flask. It's an oldie but a goodie. Look at that. That's fun. All right. Thanks for looking. We're going to put that back. Been watching the raid trains today. They've been exciting to watch and see how everything's been going on. That's been a lot of fun. Okay, let me get this piece of. It's a Port Marion pitcher. I think it's fantastic. I learned something about manufacturers. When you buy pieces that you want to kind of have a general, let's say you're picking and you're trying to figure out if it's generally from like England as opposed to Germany and things like that. England's handles tend to look like an ear. They tend to point up more and have like a true ear shape, the way they're attached to the cup. And that's something that is one of a cheater method that they taught us. This is a Port Marion pitcher. It has no crazy. It's got the finished shiny glazing in the center. This is such a cool piece. It's got this matted, almost looks like a frieze. Look at the front there. The detail is amazing on this. Okay, this one I love. And I'm going to pin this real quick just so you can get some information. It has on the bottom here, I don't know how well the camera, this is an iPhone, so it's an older one, it's 11, but it's Port Marion, Partan, England. It's got the wreath around it. It's just a beautiful piece. Isn't that lovely? And this is just a neat thing. You could use it as a vase. You could do it as a propagation to start a little set of seeds and see what you get there. Or it's just a really nice piece if you wanted to use it to pour cream. Look at that. It even has the face on the front here. This is a fun piece, and it's beautiful. It's just very lovely. So we're going to start this at $4 to start.
Really great. Remember that station I'm always telling you about?
Yeah, Praise 106.5, right?
There we go, and there we go. We are running. This is lovely. And there's his face. He's saying hello, kind of like Scrooge. Jacob Marley, maybe? Who knows? Ebenezer. Almost looks like his vest here, too. Okay, great. Thanks for looking at that. I think my mod's one has a show tonight, and I don't know that she's able to be on here, so getting ready. Okay, here's some beautiful saucers. This is German porcelain. This is Karl Tilsch. It's a German name. I can't pronounce it very well. It's Altwasser porcelain. These are 8-inch plates. And Karl Robert Teich in Altwasser, Silesia, Germany. This was made between the late 1800s and the early 1900s, or they're thinking between the 1920s and 1930s. It's transferware, where they would transfer the pattern on and then they'd paint over it. That's why it got that type of detail. Okay, so this is a set of 2. And they are beautiful. I want you to see both of them. It's delicate. It's just delicate. Here, see these pieces? Got one of each. No chips. And you can almost see through it. When you go through here, you can almost see through it. The light will cast through right through here. They have the marks, the maker's marks on the back, as well as the number. They get 3 marks. So somebody educated me about it. But these are beautiful impressions. And I love the sound because they sound like fine porcelain china too. So that part I love. So we're going to run these. We're going to start $5 for both for these 2 beautiful plates.
And now, during our President's Day sale,
they are just lovely. And we're going to do 15 seconds. I also have 2 teacups and saucers, as well as a beautiful container to go with them as well. Thank you for joining, everyone. Take a look. 2, the German plates.
It's an in-person opportunity to experience a global Christian university.
Awesome.
Tour campus,
Thanks for looking.
meet your future classmates, and hear from our professors. Space is limited. To reserve your spot, go to
Okay.
twu.ca/visit.
I'm going to pull a clear piece. This is an antique, an ABP cut glass relish tray. It's heavy, so I've got to be careful and pick it up. Put our little guys here. Those guys are so handsome. My home is 30 feet long. I live in a 30-foot home. Congratulations, Mary Beth. Enjoy. They're beautiful. I'm going to set those aside for you. I'm glad you got those. Yay! That's awesome. That is so beautiful. All right. So I'm going to show a cut crystal piece, and then I'm going to run another German piece. This is beautiful. This is right here. You take a look at this, and it's heavy. I'm not going to joke around. It's heavy, and it's that nice sharper glass on the back to where that you can feel. Look at those beautiful edges. No chips. That sawtooth pattern is just kind of just a nice classic pattern. And you got those pinwheels. Looks like wheat just traveling around the center of maybe a barn quilt. I think it's really neat. This is a ABP, American Brilliant Period, cut glass celery or relish dish. And this piece is stunning. I have two of these, and this one is the smaller of the two. And we're going to run this one now. This one, we're going to start at 15. It's just a really high-end quality piece. Check that out. Nice. Then you got that nice, beautiful brilliance in the back. It impresses anybody anytime it's on display. Isn't that great? All right. Thanks for looking at that. The other one's heavy, so I'm going to leave that out while I get the second one out. So the next piece is going to be my German. This is a German sugar bowl, they think. This goes with the plates. Look at this. There is no crazing on this. I am just, the quality is phenomenal. And look at the detail on the handles. They're just elegant. Curls and twists, and the gold is beautifully done. This hasn't been a loved piece. It's been cared for. The gold is in great condition. It hasn't been washed or run through dishwashers. People make the mistake of doing that, and that can be really bad. Again, there's your maker's marks on the bottom. Isn't that a beautiful sugar bowl? It's just gorgeous. Classy. All right, so we're going to post this one to pin this one to run. We're going to start this one at $10. I love this piece. I wish I had a bigger house or a bigger space. I'd probably keep this stuff, but there's no room when you live in a tiny home for this stuff. You have to kind of minimize, and minimalism is where it's at for me right now. So these things have to go somewhere. My family's German, a lot of German history, and this is awesome. Thanks for looking. Don't forget to check the Buy It Now page, guys. There's a lot in there. A lot in there. So I'm going to do the teacup and saucer of the same. I'll just get these over with because they are German pieces. So you can see the difference between England and Germany. Instead of the ear, Germany just takes a swoop and creates different pattern. It doesn't look like an ear as much. It's really neat. So here's the same. They had to crowd all those marks on the bottom of that, but look how delicate that is. And then, of course, we have the saucer. This one, I'm feeling there's a small call out right here. Teeny, teeny chip. Top of the cup looks like a teeny, teeny chip right there. There we go. Again, when you hold this up in the light, you're kind of seeing through it right now. It's very almost opaque. But this one has a chip in it. The other one does not. So I'm going to start this at $5. Okay. There we go. All right. We're running on this one. That beautiful. Look at the detail, even on the bottom at the footed part of the cup. I love details. Tell you, it seems like back in the day there was just more care put into these things. Thanks for looking at that. We'll do the second one. It has no chips at all. There's it right here. There we go. No chips on the cup. The gold is good. There's a little touch of wear starting there. These are hand washable only. These do not go in dishwashers. People put them in dishwashers and things go wrong. Look at that. It's beautiful. German dishware, early 1900s, late 1800s. Beautiful handle. Beautiful ornate work on that. So we're going to run that. Okay. And this one started at $5. There we go. Gorgeous piece. Somebody already got the plates. Just a beautiful piece. Doesn't that sound good? It doesn't sound heavy and platey. Sounds like nice fine china. Thank you for looking at that, guys. Appreciate it. Okay. When it comes to glassware, so I broke a plate yesterday. I broke 2 things yesterday. That was very frustrating while trying to do all this. So here's the heavier of the ABP. This is like a relish bowl. And this is the bigger version of the 2. And again, these are heavy. These are really... I broke my hand off my arm about 1.5 years ago, and it tests my strength. I'm telling you. There's the bigger one. See how large that is? Look at that. And then this is the, again, those nice. This is cut glass. This is not beveled poured glass. And the reason you can tell, I don't know if you guys ever follow Dr. Lori. She teaches about antiques. This will cut you. This is cut glass, so it has the sharp edges that it should have at the end of the sawtooth because it's cut glass. These have been etched and cut into place. Beautiful place there. You can see the back. So this causes a lot of light refraction. I love how it either resembles a cross or you can see the leaf pattern. And then it looks like a giant plant. So it's just beautiful. Okay. So we're going to start on this one. There we go. It's a great piece. I love it. Just quality, high-end dishes if you're hosting or just making a gift out of something like this. You can, put a loaf of bread on there or put some cookies, whatever you put together, homemade goodies. These are great gift items. Just an idea. This is the difference in the sizes between the 2. Yep. Okay. Fantastic. A drink of water. Okay, I'm going to go get pull up I have a Fenton bowl. It's a hobnail milk glass candy dish or compote. There we go. It's got the maple leaf pattern. So nice. You can feel that texture on the bottom. And then, of course, got your maple leaves here as well. And then of course you've got the patterns in the middle. You put a candle in here, fill it with candy around it. So it's a beautiful display. It's been, I have not scrubbed that out. I don't think it's wax, but it's a beautiful piece. This is a really nice piece. So we're going to start that. There we go. Just a great piece right there. All right. There you go, Jenny. Isn't it great? It's an awesome piece. All right, Jenny. Looks like it's yours. Woohoo! Good job. Great grab and first purchase. Congratulations. Awesome. Mary Beth and Jenny, you've got some awesome pieces. Put over there. Fantastic. Good job. I think that's awesome. It's a beautiful piece. Again, if I didn't live in 30 feet, this is like, you're in my living room. You're in my kitchen. And you're in my pantry all in one place. So I've had to embrace this. I came off of 67 acres to this. It's just been quite a change. So, but it's, I'm learning every day how to live on less and be happy with what I have and share my beautiful things with other people. These have been sitting in storage. I've been hanging on to them too long. They belong in the hearts and arms of somebody else and somebody else's display because I don't have that room. Years and years of collecting. All right. Okay. All right. All right. So got this little hen on nest. People have been bookmarking some of these pieces, so I'm just going to show those first. This is a little one. They're cute. These are just adorable. There you got the little pattern. It has a little basket weave here. And you can see that little basket weave right through there. It's got a pretty little ruffle on top. And then, of course, this has the ridges that go all the way down. Your leaves. And there she is. She's a pretty girl. She's green. St. Patty's Day is coming up. So what a perfect gift for somebody that's born in March, right? Little green hen. And the nice little mini. Okay, we're going to run this one. She's a cutie patootie. I didn't give her a name because I had about 60 chickens. So they had names. Does anybody here have chickens? I did chickens. I had honeybees, Texas Longhorns, and of course we have lots of horses still down there. Awesome. Thanks for looking. Perfect. Perfect. I've got these little white ceramic resting chickens. They're figurines. All right. Again, there goes my hand. All right. Here we go. Look at these guys. They're just handsome. They've got, it's not gold. It's got like a, and I thought it was just paint, but it's like part of the porcelain when they fired it. And made these little, it looks very rustic, which I think is really cool, the rustic pieces. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you joining. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Just a happy little healthy full chicken ready to lay some eggs, right? We're going to start at $3 on this. They are cute. Great little accents too. They're just lovely. For anybody that loves chickens. Just a nice little porcelain piece. Got some distress markings intentionally, obviously. Awesome. Thanks for looking. Making space here. Mallard. Canadian snow geese. They do have milk glass. I'm going to pull the milk glass cups up next. These have, they have mallards on one side and they have like pheasants on the other. Now, let me grab, I'm going to do this one. I have a milk glass cup. Do this one first. This one is the same type as like the Fenton was, but this is a Indiana glass rose cabbage bowl, patter bowl. And we're going to start this one at $3. What I like about this one is the footed base. It's got 4 feet. It's got that real pretty rose cabbage pattern. I had several of these. This is my last one, so I thought we'll just get it home to somebody today. That ring light's almost too bright. See if I can lower that a little bit. All right. There we go. There you go, Jenny. You're winning again. This matches that Fenton. Beautiful piece. Nice. Woohoo! There you go. All right, Jenny. Great job. Great job. I'm going to adjust my light real quick. I don't like it gets a little too, my eyes are old, so they don't like this. I think I need to lower it in a little bit. The intensity is a little much. Okay, that might be better. Woo, I'm going blind. So Jesus take the wheel moment, you know? Okay. Excellent. Good grab. Beautiful, beautiful grab. I love it. I'm glad you guys are here. This is, I decided I was just going to start selling, and I'm going to sell till as much of it is gone as possible. I had to move a storage unit from one city to another last couple weeks, and I'm a little tired, and I want to, I just want to get it to somebody, I hate turning things into thrift stores. I feel like sometimes that becomes I don't always see them cared for, or they put tape on things that are supposed to not be taped, and it ruins them. And I hate to see that. So I'm going to get these down here because they need to be down where you can see them, because there are different cups. These are Turkish coffee cups. Look at these. They're very thick, and I love the gold and silver detail. It is just beautiful. See that gold and silver detail? So I'm going to run these. These are $3. Start these real quickly. We're going to start with the first one. Start there. All right. I lowered them to $3 in case somebody wants the pair. There we go. Awesome. Thanks for looking at that. Those down here. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is from the Federal Glass Company. This is milk glass. This is part of a series that they made on the Game Bird mugs, which is cool. These were made in the 1960s, 1970s. And what we want to do is, I'm going to tell you what's on. Each one has, a few of them have the same thing. So this side is a mallard. And this side is a Canada goose. This is really cool when you have people that are really into bird watching and stuff. And look how mint this is. This is just well made. Has the Federal logo on the bottom. And this is 30. Huh, I didn't look at the number part to see if they have different numbers. They each have a different number. Okay. So this is the first one. Here. It's in good shape. And this is the Canada goose and the mallard. So we're going to start this one. And we're going to run it. Oh, that wasn't supposed to be 30 seconds. I'm sorry, guys. I hate it when it goes 30 seconds. It takes way too long. So bear with me. I don't ever go over 15. But this one will just go. We got just a few seconds left on that. Some people had bookmarked these, so I tried to show what's bookmarked. All right. I'm going to show a second one. The second one is a grouse. This one is a ring-necked pheasant. And then the grouse right here. And again, got excellent condition of the milk glass and the silver trim, traditional American handle, not the ear you get in England and not the beautiful ornate handles you get in Germany and Bavaria. So we're going to start this one. I'm going to do 15 like it's supposed to be. Some people like different birds, you know, you never know. Maybe there's a man in your life or a son, grandpa, dad, or something. This is fun stuff. All right. I think the others are yet. Yep. So, yep, there's 2 of each. Perfect. Okay. All right, here's a beautiful, this is a Libby, Lily of the Valley cream and sugar set. And this is the entire set, for the set, which is, of course, 2. Let's see, 1950s. Okay. This is heavy. This is by Libby. This is the sugar. And this is the cream. And they have that beautiful Lily of the Valley. Look at that. A little pretty. And these are, there's nothing, no chips. No, none of this is worn off. This is raised. You can feel it. Nice heavy pieces. They nest. Look at that, how they stack on top of each other. So they store beautifully. Cream and sugar. We're going to set that up and we're going to pin this one. Of course, it took me way back to the beginning. It's my only frustration with this system. I don't have somebody here to do it with me, so that's okay. We all have to start some way, don't we? Okay. All right, and then pin that. $8 for the set for both. We're going to run that for 10 seconds. Beautiful piece. Just classy, basic, you know, nothing super ornate, but elegance, simple elegance. All right, thanks for looking at that. Thanks for joining, guys. Got more to show. Yes. There we go. So I have these Federal Glass Company, they're called Atomic Flower Snack Sets. It's milk glass as well. There's 2 kinds of milk glass they talk about when you study milk glass, and one of them, they say that there's the thicker white, which is like the Fenton pieces and such. But then, like what I'm showing you, the others, they're a little more opaque because they're, Federal did a more opaque milk glass as opposed to Fenton, which did a heavier, denser glass. Put these up here, get them out of the way so I can knock them down. All right, so I have these. This is a snack set. This is a tradition. This is your classic 1950s, ready to go to the moon. Atomic. Get that pinned so that you can see it. We're going to start at $6 for the set. But look at this. Isn't that fun? It's called the Atomic Flower. I'm sure this is World War II, you know. And then you've got that nice ridged piece in the back. Thanks for joining, everybody. If you have a, if you're a seller, please put purple hearts in the chat so people can follow you. And if you have a show coming up, please promote yourself. I don't mind. We're a community. We want to help each other out, okay? And there is your milk glass cup. Isn't that fun? And the handles have just this nice, almost like a texture there. I think I think in the 70s, these were just starting to get less popular. And you would pick these up and walk around, and you keep your cup and have your coffee or your punch and have your snacks on there. I thought that was rich lady stuff. So I just was really amazed by it. But so we're going to start the auction on this. We're going to run that for $6. And that's for both pieces.
I'm Julie Carter, and I'm Lisa Burke with Desert and Pine Homes.
Jenny, I have 2 more of these if you want all of them. Look at that. Look at that. Jenny's winning. Jenny G, look at you. All right. Awesome. Awesome. This one sits over here. If you want just a set of 2, it's a set of 2. Awesome. Good job. So we're going to pin the second one. They're all in perfect condition. There's nothing wrong with these. There are no call-outs on these at all. These are perfect. I have not had these forever. I acquired these from a woman who, her husband was an American and she was Asian, and this is her pieces she had left. Her daughters just didn't want them, so she was really sad about it. So I went ahead and said, hey. So here we go. We're going to run these as well. Going to start them now. All right, Jenny, there you go. Just can't beat $6 for a set of these, can you? They're beautiful. Love it. Beautiful, beautiful. I went crazy last night on congratulations. Woo! Good job. I went crazy last night on whatnot. I don't know what happened, but I got excited. Those rate trains. I kept getting put into, they know what you're doing, man. They push me into things I just fell in love with, and I really spent more than I probably should have, but I was like, oh, these are so beautiful. Crazy, huh? This is my last piece of the Atomic set. An entertainment dream. So let's pin that. Make sure that's set to the and last set. This is my last set. These are awesome. Yeah, I think you got a good deal, Jenny. This is great. Some beautiful pieces. Look at that. Nice. All right. Woo! Congratulations. I'm going to set these here gently because they have to be. I have invested in a lot of bubble wrap to make sure that nobody's stuff gets broken. All right. I have some Tiara Amber. This is the 9-sided. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is the 9-sided Tiara decanter. Jenny, congratulations. You got some awesome. I'm glad you love them. I'm glad you love them. They need to be loved. I just felt bad because, you know, I have 5 kids. 4 of them are daughters. And I thought my kids would want certain things. And my heart broke when they just didn't see the sentiment. People aren't as sentimental anymore. So I think Whatnot's a great community for people who love things and love the value of history and things. So I think that's really cool. Oh boy, when I talk into this, I can hear myself. So this is a Tiara Amber glass decanter. This was made between 1970 and 1998. This is an excellent piece. It's, let's see. Whew. TR Exclusive marketed this glassware through home parties. So I never was around a TR home party. I was around home interior parties. And what's the other one? Where the glass that they cut all the pretty Princess House. They had a lot of those, and then that was like the big thing for a while. But I never got to go to a TR party. I didn't know about it. So back in the day, this went, the original price tags on it from back in the day, it went for $19.90 then. This has the tiara sticker on it still, so the person never used it. This one we're going to pin. This is just a really neat piece. Every time you pull it up and look up the history on these things, it wants to take you back to the very beginning of your listings, and I don't like that. So the second piece that goes with it is going to be equally as quality, but okay, this one's going to go 15 seconds. And this is the tiara. Amber glass, 9-sided. There we go. Enjoy, Jenny. Have fun. All right. Thanks for looking, guys. And then I've got, this has the box with it still. All right. This is the egg platter. Look at the depth. Welcome in, Wendy. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, so look at the depth of the amber in this. Isn't that beautiful? An egg platter for you. This Easter's coming. This is gorgeous. It's such a rich, deep color, too. Again, this is by Tiara. It has the sawtooth edge. No chips. This is a pristine platter. The back has, which I think it all, I don't know, I always think of barn quilts when I see these patterns. And then you got this beautiful, and I love that. I just love that. It's an ASMR thing for me. And this is all equally, the impressions are beautiful. And then this is what we have. So we're going to pin this and run this one. This is beautiful. Buy It Now pages equally is nice. There's a lot of nice stuff in there as well. Some old pieces, antiques, vintage. There we go. This is a beautiful egg platter by Tiara. It comes with the box. I don't want it out of the box. I just try to keep it, keeps those edges from ever getting chipped, right? All right. Thanks for looking. Cool. All right. So now we've got going into more porcelain pieces. I've got some really cool, it's a hand-painted porcelain decorative plate, and it's hanging. This is made in hand-painted Japan. This is really pretty. And then the back, it has the string, of course. I had 2 of these. I broke one last night. I hung it up and I wasn't paying attention, and I bumped it and it fell down and it broke something else. And I was just like, oh. You know, you just don't want to do that stuff. It's like, no. So, but here we go. This is beautiful. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for joining. We're going to start this plate at $3. This is a vintage hand-painted porcelain decorative plate. Plate painted in Japan. And we're going to take this for 10 seconds. It's just really a nice piece. It's a beautiful piece to hang for people who like the hand-painted materials. There we go. I try to explain all of the items in good detail in the notes as well. I know it takes a little longer to get that information and put it in there, but sometimes you just need to be accurate and know where things come from. This is not always, you know. Right. Okay. So here is the next one. These are probably my favorite pieces. And it's because it's a childhood memory. How many of you remember Ovaltine in the 70s? It was such a big deal. It was like, oh my gosh, look at this stuff. Ovaltine, the chocolate breakfast drink, and I think it was still popular in the 80s and the 90s when my kids were younger. But yeah, so look at this, the Ovaltine Man in the Moon. And what I loved about these was they are You got these in the Ovaltine containers, you know, these came with, because you got great big, you know, big tubs. This has all the natural defects that are part of the making of this product. There's a little etch in here. That's part of it. It's been glazed over that. Welcome in. And he's looking off to the left. He's darker than the other one I have because each piece is individually fired. Okay, look at that in different lots. He's got his, and he's looking somewhere. He's looking at somebody, right? Who's he looking at? That's the man in the moon. He's like got a little dimple going like, yeah, what's going on over there, right? So we want to pin him and start him next. We're going to start him at $5. These mugs are just really cool. I have 2 of them. There is excellent, no crazing. I have, in some of those spots, that's the little dot pieces themselves, that permanent. That's not, it's just where there's pits in it naturally. Made in Japan. And then there's their little maker's marks here. There's like the stamps, and it's hard to read what it says, but they put that in there, and then of course the ink stamp. But let's see. Here he is. He's a man in the moon looking for a home. So we're gonna start him at $5. And here he goes. Look at him. He is handsome old devil. Welcome in. Welcome in. So much is going on Whatnot this weekend. Lots of raid trains. I probably spent too much money yesterday, and whatever I do today will not pay for it, but I have no regrets because it was fun. There was some cool stuff. Really cool. Yep. So the other one's a lighter version. I'm just going to let you take a look at him because it's a little more pale, and he's looking the other way. Just your traditional smile with the happy, happy cheeks. And he's just a handsome guy. There we go. Our man in the moon from Ovaltine. He's a handsome guy. No crazing. Excellent condition. Made in Japan. Just fun. Collectors. You can still drink out of it. I don't know about Ovaltine. All right. Thanks for looking at that. All right. So here I've got this gold saucer. This saucer, it looks like in the washing at the top, so there's a little bit of that gold that's been rubbed off. This was made in a factory, a porcelain factory in Hanvel, Bavaria. Has the mark on the back. It's got beautiful, it's just really nice. It hasn't worn off a lot. It's a beautiful saucer. We're going to start that one at $5. There we go. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. You can do a lot with saucers. I mean, if you're not going to drink tea, which I don't think a lot of people drink as much anymore, they certainly don't use tea saucers. There's so much you can do. I make gnomes as gifts. So I take saucers like this, and I'll put like a teacup. It'll be a mix match. And I'll use E6000 and anchor it down, and I'll build the gnome in the cup with his little boots hanging out and then his beard hanging over. And then make a sock hat or some kind of a hat to match the decorum here, and put a really pretty button on, like a gold button or something. Super fun. If you're crafty, these are things you can do with pieces like this, to where that, you know, you may not, unless you're going to hang it on the wall, rather than having it sitting in a cupboard somewhere, you can do something else with it like that. So that part's cool. All right. Lots you can do. I think we limit ourselves too many times, you know? No need. All right. So I've got a saucer. It's a Schindling saucer, also made in Bavaria. Grab that. And that one we're going to start at $3. Grab that. That's this one. It has a little different detail to it. And then it's got the mark in the back, the Bavarian mark. This is a pretty piece. My cousin hangs all this stuff up. This is what she does. She's my mother's age, and she just hangs everything up. But she loves it. And she has the walls to do it, which is great. So we're going to start this at 10 seconds. There we go. Nice.
Colossians
Good.
chapter 2.
No chips, no call-outs. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. Guys, if you have your own shop, please, please, please.
For this month,
We're a community. I know we talk about that a lot, but we really are. We're a community, so make it known, you know, what you got, and so we can... Oh, thank you for following me, Alex. Awesome. This one is an antique from Wrinkle and something England. It's a Wealdenware. It's got the mark on the back and has it actually, it's stamped as an antique. I wonder how they knew back then it was going to be an antique today. So I don't know if it's transferware. I do know it's beautiful. England seemed to have just really embraced like florals and patterns like this. Just a simple piece. It looks nice. And we're going to start this one. We'll run that for 10 seconds. This is just a nice little piece. It's pretty. This one's exceptional, I think. I mean, gold is pretty. I like the gold, but I like the flowers myself. They just make me happy. I'm a hippie. I have probably 1,500 colors in my curtains hanging on my walls because I use silk sari scraps and then have those as curtains. Now I like them that way, so that's what I do. All right. Those of you that are joining in late, I've showed a lot of things. Feel free to ask me to show something and I will re-show it. I don't mind. Check my Buy It Now page. Most of the things in there I could probably show you as well. I don't want you to miss out on what has been showed. Absolutely, check it out. Happy to have you just participate and seeing what you like. Yeah, okay. Oh, these are fun. Okay. I love chickens. I love honeybees. I'm a beekeeper. And I've had like 60, 70 chickens. I've had pigs. They're cute. Didn't like raising them. Had too many. I have a habit of tearing people's fences down and you get to pay for it. But I love chickens. I just think chickens are amazing. I had roosters. And I gave them all names because I had Gorgeous George. I had a barred rock. I just called him Rocky. But I had one that he was so beautiful. He looked kind of like this, all this coloring. And I called him Sir Lancelot because he lands a lot of babes. He had a nice little flock going on in his hen house. So awesome stuff. So here we go. I've got a couple of these and these are Tabletop Gallery Porter Rooster. These are hand painted. They are microwave safe. They are made in China. It's much more glazed and shiny on the front than on the back. It's more of a matte, but you can see the painting, the hand painted. It's just really pretty. I see a lot of this, like big paintings. I could see this even hanging in like a Mexican restaurant because that's the coloring and the type of pictures I see hanging here in the Pacific Northwest in the coastal restaurants. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll start with this one. And we're going to pin this and we're going to start $3. We'll run it for 10 seconds. It's a cute piece. It's just a happy piece too. Put sauce in it, make your sauces, some salsa, anything like that. It's beautiful. The color is brilliant too. All right, thanks for looking at that. Again, take a look. We've got German sugar bowls. They must have done a lot of sugar. I mean, we see a sugar bowl today and we see this cute little sugar bowl, kind of like my Libby sugar bowl. This is a German sugar bowl. Look how big this is. They must have loved sugar. If you want me to show this, I can. I've got this is probably one of my favorite pieces that I have. Everything I've got. So if you see anything in the shop that's of interest, let me know. Your name is the highest. Your name, greatest. Your name stands above them all. Okay, here we go. Just cry. Holy. Okay. Aren't these cute? This has never been used. It's brand new. Has never had anything in it. They've got these like bird wing looking things on the handles here. Little footed. You've got the Eastern Star. This is a Shriners lamp. And we appreciated them. And I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I live in Tacoma, Washington. I don't know where you guys are living, but I'm in Tacoma. And I'm from Centralia, which is farther south. And we were the Centralia Tigers. And we had the Shriner game every year where we were against our rivals in Chehalis. It was the Tigers against the Bearcats. And the Shriners, all the money they made every year, they helped pay for glasses for the kids in the community. And they did a whole lot of good things. So just to give you a nice... And I want to auction these off. I have 3 of these, and I'd like to see them find a home. And they are... I'm going to pin this one. And we're going to start at $3. It's worth taking them home. They're just really neat little pieces here. All right. You can see the sword and the flower, the Rose of Sharon, the Eastern Stars. Very cool. I like footed pieces as well. So it's a HB McBride in Philadelphia. All right. If you're interested in those, I have a lot of this. I ended up buying a case of mystery porcelain, and I got a whole case of that stuff, which is I've got banana split bowls, all kinds of things. So there's a lot there. If you're interested, let me know. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to get past those items. I have a gazelle cat figurine. It's hand-painted porcelain. This has got a little maker's mark here. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Hand-painted. Everyone is different. If you look any of these up, you'll see none of them are exactly the same. And this is pretty. This is a cat lover gift, obviously. So we're going to pin that one. And we're going to start that. Oh my gosh. I'm going to edit that, and I'm going to start that at $3. Buy it now, it's at $6. But I'm going to go ahead and it's a 3" by 3". We're going to take it and start it at $3 to auction. Save the changes there. There we go. And of course, it took me back to the very beginning. Oh my gosh. But we're almost there. There it is. I've pinned it. So there we go. We're going to go 15 seconds on that. There he is. Handsome little guy. There you go. This is I can't pronounce the name. It's Gazelle, I guess, is the name. All right, cool. Okay, I'm going to put him down. He can stay with me a few more days, I guess. Okay, I'm going to have a hen on nest. It's a mini. I know this seems to be popular lately. It's St. Patty's Day month, right? Got the basket weave pattern here with a scallop on top. Feathering, beautiful little, and then ridging there. I don't think it's a glower. I don't know how to test for that. I'm not sure. So, isn't that beautiful? He's a cutie patootie. So we're going to run him. It's a great piece. He's cute, popular, hen on nest. It's the only hen I have. I know there's a lot of bigger ones. People collect those along with the fairy lamps. And there we go. All right. Thanks for looking. Okay, this is a sage green glass bottle from Canada. It's a cruet that you would put. These things have been, this came out of a dig site. I've got 2 of them that I got out of dig sites. No, 3. My barrel glass and my whiskey flask that have the manganese in them, they turn more amethyst when they're in the sun. It's marked. They turn amethyst in the sun. And what they would do is they would put a chemical or a mineral, a dioxide, into the green glass because glass was always, it was never truly clear. It was always this kind of greenish color. So to make it more clear, they would add a dioxide to it to get this. But this is already turning amethyst. It's pinkish now. The more it sits in the sunlight, every year it gets darker on me. And I put it in the sun on purpose because some of them turn very, very amethysty purple. They're beautiful. I have 2 of these. I have the barrel glass, which was probably mustard, they're thinking. It's got an X on the bottom and 17. There's nothing indicating it was a medicine bottle. So, and then I have one that is a whiskey flask. And these were dug out of a dig site in San Francisco over in the gold mines where the gold rush was. I worked at a hippie store and went on a dig, and the gentleman, he had one leg. It was just so classic, like you'd see in the storybooks. But he literally had one leg, went in there, dug this stuff out. He dug a lot out, but these were his gifts to me. So I thought that was cool. But I don't have room for it. My home is 30 feet long, and it needs to go home to somebody who loves that stuff and can put it somewhere where people can see it and cherish it. So here, this is a Canadian cruet glass. It could probably be cleaned out with some vinegar. I've cleaned it, so it's probably what we would call a little bit of a rusty crusty. There's Canada on the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to pin this real quickly. I'm going to start this at $6. And I don't know why it always defaults to 30 seconds, but it does, and I don't want it at 30. So there we go. It's a nice cruet, though. It's heavy. It's not super light, but it's nice. You know, if you're making vinegar and oil or something, and if it doesn't sell in the next couple shots, I'm going to probably see if I can hit it with some good vinegar and boil out that, whatever that is that's causing that to stay like it is. Lordy, there we go. There we go. All right. I'm going to show the German sugar bowl. This is an old piece. This is a Carl Zeiss German sugar bowl. And to describe it, it's a true antique. It's very stunning. It's really decorated. You'll see the pieces here. It's porcelain, so it's very delicate. You can hear it. There's zero crazing. This was made by Carl Zeiss Altwasser in Germany between 1875 and 1935. And it has a floral pattern that features lavender and peach flowers. They're on a white background. And they have really good accents, and they have raised details all over them. And the marking on the bottom shows the green eagle and the word Germany, okay, as it should. So there you've got, right here. The detail is phenomenal. It's just delicate and beautiful. Look at the handles, just that unique. And there's no crazing. The gold is perfect. You can't go wrong. I mean, look at that. A lot of sugar. Probably didn't have a lot of sweets back then, so that sugar was a big deal. I just love this bowl. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's go ahead and run this right now. We're going to run it for 15 seconds. There we go. I'd like to see it go home to somebody who can show it off. Even maybe use it at a tea party. Last tea party I went to was 3 years ago. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, delicate. Thanks for looking. Appreciate it. If there's anything in the Buy It Now page or you have questions on, let me know. Let me know. I'm happy to show you. And there are things in the auction page we've already shown, been going since 4 o'clock. So I am happy to revisit them and let you see them. I have a really cool garden candle. This is an old Avon piece. These are fun. I remember when this was kind of a big deal. So this is a single wick candle that you would get like Bath and Body Works. Okay, that's the size that it holds. Looks like the picket fence. Has Avon on the bottom. Okay. Put that on here, and then you would take that candle, you would light it, and then you would put this on top. So you could get the benefits of the scented candle. You got, it's almost like a Holly Hobby wannabe country secret garden. To me, it's more like the secret garden. There's your bird bath and your flowers, the basket of flowers, the bird house in the tree. And then there we go. We're back. Very secret garden-esque. My children's favorite movie. They just love this. But this is a great piece. And I'm going to pin this. I'm going to run this for $6. The candle is not included because there's no real candle in there. Once it's done melting down, I'm using this on a mug warmer so I can recycle this jar. I need it for Q-tips in my bathroom. But we're going to start the auction on this $6. It's a great old Avon piece. And there we go. It's really neat. Put it on top of your lamp, you know, holds any single wick candle. It would fit. There's actually room on here, so you could fit it on even a smaller one. Awesome. Thanks for looking. Avon's got some neat stuff. All right. I'm going to go into my Buy It Now page. I have a couple pieces I would like to show since I've shown everything else in the other page. And, excuse me, I got that flu in December and I never did quite get my lungs back for some reason. I've got these vintage, it's a vintage porcelain. Isn't that fun? Look at the colors. And it has the marking on the bottom of it. It has a K and then the markings there. Excellent gold trim. And this is just a vintage cup. They say it's likely a Tuscany collection piece. And I'm going to run this auction. I have two of these. I think these are beautiful. They're just great. The orange, and it's not black, it's brown. It's a dark, dark brown. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for looking. All right. This is an old piece, and it does have some chips on the edge. It's a Hanukkah platter. It's really pretty. What I would say about it is it has some right here on the very top. This is where those metal grips held on because they had it hanging with a wall hanging. You can see the etches in here. And the downside of those metal pieces, those little grippers, is they chew on that after a while if people don't know and they take them down. It's a nice big piece. And I am going to pin that. And we're going to run that right now. It's just a great, beautiful piece. The paint is beautiful. The menorah is in great condition. Star of David there. Everything. It's beautiful. Thank you for looking. I'm going to put that down now. Inspired by Norwegian nature and crafted for unparalleled comfort. You need Fjord. You'll love it. Oh, Olympic. Not needed. Okay. All right. If you like mushrooms, I got this awesome butter dish. My granddaughter's so mad at me because she collects mushrooms and I'm not letting her have this because she doesn't even have a kitchen. She's 17, but she thinks it's for my kitchen someday. It's huge. This is for a family, a large family. And this is, I'm going to start this at $8. And I'll just give you a quick look at what that looks like. Make sure I pin that, huh? I'm going to pin it so you can see it. All right, so here we go. Deep rich forest green. Beautiful, brilliant red. No call outs, no chips, no crazing. Holds a lot of butter. The inside here, it's like a pottery piece almost. Got a nice, beautiful base. Mushrooms are popular. There we go. So we're going to run that. It's a neat piece. For people who love the mushrooms, this is a nice one. Yeah. Heavy duty. It is not light. So, all right, great. Put that back up here. There we go. All right. Let's see if I have anything left in the glass that y'all were, that I'm basically doing tonight. I believe. It's okay. Okay. Well, don't know why that's on there. All right. I've got a Stengel pottery dish. It's an old piece. Here's that cabbage pattern. Isn't that neat? Look at that. It's got a little crazing in the bottom. It's not a lot. It's just in the base, a little bit up around the sides a little bit. Sometimes it'll look like fracture everywhere. This is Stengel. The numbers are 1878/S USA. This is a nice old piece. This is a decanter. This would be great just to put a little potted plant in. I wouldn't, I don't know, maybe with the crazing, you may not want to put a lot of water or moisture in that, but it's a great piece. You could put dried flowers in this. You could do a lot of stuff, but this is a really cool piece. Thanks for joining, guys. Hey, if you have a store, you have a show coming on right now in the next day or so, please put purple hearts in the chat so we can follow you. And as a community, just join in, bookmark your show, all the good things that help us support each other. Okay, I like this because it shows like where the cabbage leaves are peeling away in different spots, and it's not like all uniform. I hate, I'm not a symmetrical person, cookie cutter. I like asymmetry a lot. So this is one of my favorite pieces. I think it's just really fun. I like the colors. Here we go. I'm going to run it now. It's a Stengel vintage piece, 1978. It's a tulip. We have a lot of tulips in Washington State, so thanks for looking. Where are you guys from? What state are you from? Or what? Oh my gosh, there we go. Alrighty. Alrighty. Welcome in, everybody. I'm going to show a McCoy. This is a triple calla lily vase. I had two. I sold one day before yesterday. Awesome pieces. These were used in a wedding in 1969. This is an old. These are old. These are like from the 50s. So it says McCoy right here. You can see here where it's the impression it has the McCoy in there. And up here, this is the calla lily. It's got that beautiful coloring. And it has the call outs they're like little flea bites right here. Right here. That's about it. So just a neat piece. It's got great vintage quality. And I'm going to pin this one so you could take a look at it. I sold the other one, so I don't have it. It was a little darker yellow than this. They're just really cool to see. So we're going to start that at $12. Neat, huh? Isn't that awesome? There we go. Check out the buy now page, and then of course take a look at the auction. If you haven't been here and you see something you'd like to see, I will show it to you. Let me know. Just don't do it when my back is turned, because I won't see what you want to look at. But I want to be able to show you anything you might like to see. Give you a chance to look at it and see if it's something you want or can love. Take home and love, right? Okay, here's a Dean Pottery Nordic color collection piece. This is a simplistic piece. I think this is like the minimalism. I'm getting to minimalism lately. My home is 30 feet long. I don't have room for all these beautiful, luxurious pieces, so I'm sticking with things. I'm going with, I like noisy colors, so I have to have quieter pieces like this. Life is quiet. So here we go. This is just a nice, almost looks like a can when you take the paper off of it. Yeah, like a tomato soup and all that stuff that you get at the grocery store. Like somebody took that pattern and then, of course, just kind of squished it. Something we would have done maybe high school pottery. I don't know. It has kind of a distressed natural patterning here. And then the D is right here for dim. Okay, so I'm going to pin this. There is no crazing on this. This is in excellent condition. And we're going to start it at $4. It's a nice piece. There we go. If you're looking at doing something with basic pieces where you have a lot of noise in your motif and you need to add something simple like this to just bring balance, you've got that. Awesome. Thanks for looking. And perfect. All right. Thank you for joining. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Got all kinds of things to show. Let me know if you'd like to see anything. All right, I'm going to pin this guy. I'm in my buy now page. I got a couple pieces there I'm going to show. That'll give you time to look at the auction page, see if there's anything you want in there. This guy's has lived a bit. He's lived a life. This is a Boston Warehouse Harvest de la Robia Cranberry Bowl. You put your cranberry sauce in here. And then this is your turkey. And you'd scoop that out and put that on your white meat or dark meat or whatever you wanted. You can see where the silver has worn off. It's been used. It's apparently served its purpose well. There he is. He sits here. He's got the dark etching looking, the rustic there. Right here. Boston Warehouse. And 2007. Boston Warehouse Trading. So we're going to start him. There you go. That way you can kind of take a look at him while I get ready to run him. There we go. I actually have the box he came in. The top is missing, but I have the box he came in. The foam and everything. So he gets been put away over and over and used year in and year out. I like that there's his turkey gobble, gobble, gobble. All right, great. Thanks for looking, guys. There we go. Put that there. I'll go over here where it's easier to pull my pieces. So it's kind of listed. I'm having another show on the 28th. I'm having to spread mine out because my things have been in storage down in another city where I've used to have 67 acres and ended up relocating up here. And it's hard to drive so far to get your things to go back and forth. So, and living and going from farm, home, and everything to tiny, obviously, things you can't keep everything, can you? So, okay. Here's a beautiful ginger jar. It does have crazing. You'll see it right here. And it has a chip. It's not chipped, but the paint is kind of worn off here. No crazing inside, just the lid.
Praise 106.5.
Beautiful detail. Orange and green. And I would say almost like and there's pink and there's a sage color in there too. This piece is really pretty. And this one we're going to start him at $4. He's just really a good piece. I just love this one's handsome. There we go. There you go, like that. Something pretty to, this would be my idea of a sugar bowl today because I really don't use much sugar in anything. There you go. All right. Hello, my sister. Hi, Carmilla. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Mwah. My baby sister's on. All right. Perfect. All righty. We've sold some really cool pieces tonight, guys. We've sold a lot of milk glass. Sold my Fenton. Let me get some water. I'm parched. I praise God. Okay, let me go into auction. I've got some antique ball candy jars that use the old zinc lids. If you want to take a look at those, I'm going to let you tell me what you want to look at because I've got a lot of stuff. I can do a quick scan so you can see what I have. Let me do that real quickly because there are some empty spots because I've sold stuff. So let me switch my camera. All right. Okay, we've got Man in the Moon. I haven't showed that picture yet. I can. I think it's a Fitz and Floyd. The bottom, the velvet was taken off. So, of course, it's hard to know for sure. Excuse me. Got our tiara egg platter. We've got the tiara decanter. I've got Indiana glass. We've got Federal glass. We've got milk glass. We've got McCoy. We have Stengel. We have manganese glass. We have a German sugar bowl. Of course, we know that's my favorite piece of everything. This beautiful platter here. Got some German and saucers and an English saucer. Some beautiful pieces there. We have our chickens. We got this, which I still think it's super cool. And I just don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Yeah, I am weird. I know that, but look at that. I mean, Ebenezer, yeah, right. My English pitcher there. We've got Turkish coffee glasses, 2 coffee glasses. You want to see the Seder platter? Absolutely. I will do that now. That'll be next. Let me set this down so I don't bump it around. And I'm going to switch it around. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. This is the Passover platter, the Seder platter. With all the elements that go with the Passover, Star of David, and the menorah, or Hanukkah. Everybody has a different term for it. This has the etchings in the back where it can be hung on the wall using the wire grips, which is why you have a little flea bite here, flea bite here, and a flea bite here. That's just in line with the hanger here. This is a beautiful piece. This was made by, this is a Lothair in 1995. In Edai, Sausalito, California. That's the design. It was made in China, but that's the designer. But it is copyrighted by Lothair. And this is a beautiful piece. Let me go ahead and pull that up. I praise God. I think it's beautiful. My family comes from German and Jewish heritage, so we have great respect for this. Breathing's been a challenge this year. Wow. All right. I think that's in my buy it now page. I'm going to move over there. I think it's on that side. Ah, hold on. This cough has not been fun. Okay, I'm going to pin this so you can see it. And we're starting this at $12. Isn't that beautiful? The gold is in great condition. You've got your grapes, your figs, you've got pomegranate, olives, lemons, wheat. Fantastic. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you for looking. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to show the barrel glass. It's a mustard jar. This is the one I was talking about that has manganese in it. It's been mined. Look at this. Thank you for joining, guys. Whoop, whoop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, this has all of the markings that you would see in old glass. So you've got your seam where the glass was sandwiched together or poured in a mold and then pulled apart and then it oozed out. And there's bubbles. They didn't go for perfection then. So obviously there's air bubbles trapped in the glass here, right? And this has funny flaws at the top. I just think it's funny. I don't know how they capped these. They didn't use a traditional lid unless it was wax dipped. It's got an X and it's got the number 17. This glass has manganese in it. So in the early century, they used manganese because glass naturally isn't clear. It tends to have a green tint to it. So they would add a dioxide, which was manganese, to make it turn clear. But what happened is when you put this in the sunlight for long periods of time, it starts to turn purple or amethyst. And that's why this is called amethyst glass or manganese. Okay. So you look at this. Thank you for joining. Well, hi, Tammy. There we go. Carmela and Tammy all in one spot. This is cool. So this does turn purple. Right now it's got a light rose hint to it. So the longer it sits in the sun, the more purple it will become, which is you'll get that amethyst piece. All right, so I'm going to pin this. We're going to start it at $3, giving you a chance to just take a look at it and enjoy it. I have another piece too. That's an old whiskey flask. Just old glass. This stuff is amazing. Check it out. Woo-woo. Yep, who knew, right? That you had to add manganese, a dioxide, to make glass look clear compared to the green that it would naturally become. All right. So, all right. For those of you who came on late, I've got some really pretty Federal glass. It is the Madrid pattern. And they're little plates that came in during the Depression in big bags of oatmeal. Look at that. Federal Glass Company made these. This has the Madrid pattern in the middle right here. You can see that. We've got that pretty amber. And so they would buy big bags of oatmeal to feed the family, and they would have these in there. There'd be a plate in there or a bowl. So it's just the right size, right? I don't know. Dessert today, ice cream. I'm not really sure. Whatever you want, of course. You could just put diet food in here or put your whole dinner in here, and that way you'll get the calorie count you're looking for. It's up to you. I don't know. But options are there, right? It's a plate. You can do it in a bowl. You can do whatever you want with it. All right. So we're going to pin this, and we are going to run this. We're going to do 10 seconds. $3. Just a fun, really pretty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you're all here. Hey, guys, if you have a Whatnot seller shop yourself, please, say where you're from. But if you have your own store and you're doing shows, upcoming shows, and you're going to have some dates, put some purple hearts in the chat. And then let us know when that show's going to be so we can bookmark your show and we can be there. We're a community. We support each other, okay? So that's how it goes. That's what Whatnot's about. That's why we're all here together. Okay, I did forget to show a picture that I have here. Shame on me, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What am I going to do? Okay. Here we go. Praise Lord, oh my soul. All right, here we go. Yeah. I'm going to pin it real quick. This is a basket weave creamer, or, well, just a small picture. Now, this is, it was probably Fitz and Floyd. It smacks of a Fitz and Floyd piece, to be perfectly honest, but here's the thing. There usually is velvet at the bottoms of some of these, or some type of a surface. Somebody has peeled it off, it looks like, or maybe washed it and it came off, so it's rough on the bottom. If this is something you're ever going to put on a surface that's delicate, I would get a piece of felt at the Dollar Tree or something and just glue that on there and make it a soft piece so it doesn't scratch. Isn't that neat? There's no crazing. It's in mint condition. The glaze is nice. It's been fired nicely. You can see that. But there's no crazing. There are no callouts. There are no flea bites. No chips. No dings, no dins, no dings. Okay. So this one, isn't that pretty? It's got almost like a floral and kind of like a, they're not grapes, they're just little blue flowers. But I like blue flowers. I think blue flowers are pretty. Carnival coloring there kind of refracts the light. So we're going to run that. Going to start that at $5. And we're going to make sure we don't do 30 seconds. That is just so irritating. All right. There we go. Sold a lot of stuff already. I think I'll be spending most of my evening boxing things up. But yeah, look at that. Isn't that neat? Lord, oh my soul. All right. Thanks for looking at that. Put that over here. I don't want to knock it down. I want to show that tiara. Okay. I've showed the Ovaltine cups. I've got Harmony House, some silver Sonata. I've got 2 left of the teacups. And these are made in so remember when things are yeah, that's it. I'm right. That's Harmony House. Look at these. Aren't they pretty? Look at that. It's Harmony House fine china, and it's lot 3639. Hand painted, made in Japan. This is silver. No callouts, no chips. Pretty detail here. Yeah. Pretty details here. Look at that handle. That is just ornate, right? So let's pin that so you can take a look at this. We're going to start these at $3. I have 2 left. Things are moving, so this is all I have left. So there we go. No crazing, no callouts, no flea bites, no chips. Thank you for joining, guys. Welcome to my store, the Lavender Lady. There we go. Thanks for looking. All right. I'm going to get another thing here. I've got this beautiful platter. If anybody remembers TR parties, I never went to one, but apparently they happened. Kind of like the old Princess House or home interior, but except this was dinnerware, fancy dinnerware. Check this out. With Easter coming up, people are in Lent right now. Look at that. We've got the egg platter. It's beautiful. This is in mint condition, and it's in the box it came in. So it's the original. Easy to store because you keep it nice. So that's probably why it's never been chipped, because it has, honestly, let me pin that real quickly. It's probably why it's never been chipped, because it's been so loved. Okay. So sawtooth pattern, beautifully done, smooth. Back has the embellishments back here. You can hear the noise. If you're into ASMR, just scratch them around a while. You'll get the noise you want. But yeah, these are beautiful. This is gorgeous. Amber was just a super popular color for a long time. I like it. I think it's just got a classic look to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it. I want 20 for it, but I also understand that this is an auction. So I'm going to lower it. We're going to start it at 10. That way it can go home to somebody who's going to use it for Easter or for a nice dinner party. The things that, you know, matter. Every time you edit, it takes you to the very top of the page. There we go. So let's start the auction. Ah, dang it. I did 30 seconds. Sorry. I don't like 30 seconds. I do 15 or 10 because I think 30 seconds is too long. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that beautiful thing. Okay, it actually holds a dozen eggs. You know, when you buy hot dogs, you get hot dog buns. You know, you get the wrong number of buns for the hot dogs. I always check stuff like that because if it's got eggs, it should hold a dozen, right? There we go. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Thanks for looking at that, guys. Appreciate it so much. Need to get a drink of water real quick. Give me 2 seconds here. Been going since 4 o'clock. Been selling stuff, and it's been nice because some pretty pieces went home today. They're going home with somebody who can love them. That's so fun, and that's the whole goal, of course. I've gone to Tiny Living, can't keep everything anymore, so it's time to find in a new home. All right, I'm going to pin this. This is a Portmeirion pitcher. It's a Perrion ware, and it's made in England. I like it. So, check this out. Isn't that neat? Look at that. It looks like an ear, the way it attaches. Japanese, China might do a little bit of that ear shape, but it doesn't attach like an ear. They do something a little differently. But England traditionally would use an ear shape that was very similar when they would their handles. It's just kind of something that they do. That's a differentiator. Follow Dr. Lori on YouTube. She teaches you about antiquing when you go picking so that you get the right piece. But this is neat. Look at this. It's very matte on the outside, right? Ebenezer. You think you're watching Scrooge when you see that, don't you? I know. Okay. Inside, it's the glaze is perfect. There is no crazing on this at all. There are no callouts. There are no flea bites. There's no chips. There's no scratches. There's no dings. This is just a really cool piece. But here's my favorite part. I don't know why, but I think it's cool. It says right on the back, it's a raised embellishment. Isn't that neat? And it says Portmeirion, England, and it's the Perrion pitcher. He's just cool. All right, so we want to start him at $4. Give him a chance to go home this weekend to somebody who's going to love on him. Look at that. And there you go. Is that Jacob Marley? Yes, it does come. It's an original box, Michael. I can, Michelle, sorry, I can rerun it if you want me to, but yeah, it does come in its original box. Thanks for looking. I'll show you the box, actually. I think that's what makes it such a great piece and so important is that it's in its original box. There's no... This is a tiara exclusive, which I think adds to the value of it. I will. I'll rerun it. Look at that. And then it has all of the information on the back. Somebody wrote brown deviled egg. They didn't know amber, but they wrote brown. Huh. Okay, let me rerun it for you. Let's go pull that back up. All right. This is a great piece. This is a beautiful picture. You get down there to the bottom because I'll tell you, I think listing takes forever. Those of you who have a shop, you know what I mean, right? Okay. Okay, I'm going to pin it. We're going to start it at $10. And we're running. And 30 seconds. I apologize. I don't like 30 seconds. All right, Michelle. Woo! Yes. It's a great grab. It really is, because it's in the box. You know, you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong with a piece like this. Yep. Look at that. We're getting down to the wire. It looks like you're taking it home. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. And woo! Good job. You won. First purchase. Awesome. Congratulations. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's awesome. I'm going to put it in the box right now. And I will. Isn't that amazing? I think that's awesome. I am happy for you. That's great. There you go. This is yours. All right. Fantastic. Yay! What is it though I have when I have when everybody so this is something I invested in that I forgot to get out. When people buy something, it's their first purchase. There you go. Congratulations. That's awesome. That is so cool. Okay. It's all about what we love, right? Anything else? I have another TR piece. Do you want to see it? It's a decanter. It's the 9-sided bevel decanter. It has the TR sticker on it and the original price tag on the bottom of it. It didn't come with a box, but I do have the decanter. I can show it to you real quick. We have this piece here, and it was originally listed in the serial number for $19.90. And then, of course, you've got the 9-sided bevels. It's got that rich, how it gets darker at the top. Maybe that's where people thought it was brown. It's amber. We can do that too. Let me get that one up. Get it all up and running. I know Tiara I didn't hear about it till I got a lot older. I never knew. And this one I'm starting at $10 as well. And I'm not going for 30 seconds. It defaults to 30 seconds. I don't know why. But here we go. This is a tiara piece. It has the tiara sticker on it. It's never been used. Price $9. There we go. There we go, Michelle. So I'll rerun it because I don't know that you got a chance to take a good look at it here. There we go. There you go. And there's the sticker there. And these are 9-sided. There we go. Perfect. All right. Thanks for looking. Not a problem. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Welcome in, guys. Oh, I'm so excited to see everybody here. I'm getting down to the wire here. We'll probably raid somebody. You know, I'll just send you off to another show. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe find a newer seller. And I know I'm a newer seller too. This is, I think, my 6th show. Yeah, my 6th show. But that's okay. That's the way it is, right? Okay, I've got these really cool. If you're collectors, I've got Ovaltine cups. I've sold almost all my milk glass. I do have Federal milk glass if you're interested. It has the Canadian goose, the mallard, the pheasant on it. It's silver trim. It's in the auction page. Take a look if you like it. Star Jeans. You know, I got to tell you, I love that name. When I was in high school, started my freshman year in high school in the late 70s, the jeans that were popular to wear had a stitched star on the back, and they were called Star Jeans. It wasn't the brand, they were just called, we all wanted a pair of Star Jeans. What a cool name. Kind of brings back memories of 1979 all over again, 78. But I do have some milk glass. It's got the mallard and the goose, the Canadian goose. I have those. I have they're in pairs where there's 2 of each kind that I can show you. And then, of course, I have the German sugar bowl, the teacups and saucers. There's 2 teacups and saucers. I've already sold all the plates to that. And then I've got these really cool Ovaltine cups, and I want to show those to you. And I just think they're the coolest thing since sliced bread. I don't know where that saying came from, but I still think that's cool. All right. All right. I have 2 of them. Okay. Aren't those fun? Look at the different expressions. They're kind of looking at each other. They're called the Man on the Moon. And these are from Ovaltine. Ovaltine, when you would, back in the day, they weren't tiny little containers. They were big containers. Everybody had lots of kids. Families were larger, right? So here is what would be in the Ovaltine thing at the bottom. You'd have this magical cup that you got to keep and drink out of. Breakfast drink, right? It was a chocolate flavored breakfast drink. I didn't do milk, so Ovaltine was something that worked for me to get protein in my system because I can't stand milk. This one is, they're made in Japan. This one's a much darker. Each is fired differently. Each defect is actually part of the piece. You've got that little etched in there, and they went ahead and they glazed it that way anyway. I just think it's unique, right? And then he's just a happy guy, and he's just like, something's going on over there. Better be good. I can sell them as a pair. Yes, I can run them as a pair. I don't mind doing that because they're cool. You thinking of Luna? If we want to do that, we can do that. We can do anything we want. This is our store. That's the beauty of the store. All right, let's do it. I'm going to run them as a pair. I'm going to start them at $5. So if anybody wants it, they're going for $5 for the pair per request. I'm happy to run it. And there we go. There we go. All right, Gramella. All right. It's a great grab. It's a great grab. Look at that. Woo! There we go. Okay, keep going, keep going. Yeah. It's a great, great gift. These are awesome. Who doesn't love Ovaltine? Right? Who doesn't love Ovaltine? Oh my gosh. Woohoo! First person. Good job, Gramella. There we go. All right, you just got a great pair of Ovaltine cups. Move those over here. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Congratulations. You are the next contestant on The Price is Right. All right. You go to the bottom where I can edit that and make sure I don't put people don't available. Oh, they're just too cool. So glad you got those. So glad you got those. Move that. Okay. All right, I've got these beautiful Libby Glass Lily of the Valley creamer and sugar set. I know, I'm excited for you. Yay! Okay, all right. I've also got a hen on nest. I have a mini hen on nest, and it's green, and March is here, right? So check this out. This is made by Libby. This is a sugar bowl, and it has that beautiful, beautiful Lily of the Valley. I'm going to pin these so you can kind of read up on them if you want. There we go. This pair is $8. So perfect condition. No chips, no callouts, no fractures, no flaws. This is flawless, and it's beautiful. And you've got the creamer as well. They nest on either side. They're a beautiful piece. Check that out. Okay. So I'm going to start these at $8. Got it pinned. These are just beautiful. I mean, some people like to keep things more simple, and this is a nice set for that. Nice set. All right. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Thanks for looking. Thank you for looking at that. If it's Libby, Libby, Libby on the label, you will like it at your table. Does anybody remember that? Hen on nest. Okay. This is a mini, of course, and who doesn't love a hen on nest? These are always like a fan favorite. And I've only got 5 minutes, so I'm gonna just show a couple of my favorite pieces and let you get a handle on if you want it or not. I hope you want to take it home. If not, it's going home someday to somebody who will. So I don't get my feelings hurt. I get frustrated with how long it takes to do this for myself sometimes, but other than that, nah. Okay, check it out. Look at that hen on nest. Isn't it cute? $10, right? These are going for $25 just for this little one, and it's crazy. So basket weave pattern on the bottom. You've got this nice little ruffled edge here. Then you've got your little bird right there, right? Look at that little trinket dish there. Whatever you want to put in it, right? Check that out. In good condition, got the ridges right there. It's just a beautiful piece. And just a mini, and it's green. It's green. This is awesome. Okay, I'm going to start this now. Run it for 15 seconds. And it's running. So there's a beautiful little hen on it. Green for the holiday coming up. Isn't that cool? I may give it as a gift, actually. I have a friend whose birthday's Monday. I might just give it to her because her birthday's on Monday. So I might do that. Let me just set that aside just in case. I can always take it out of the show. She's worth it. Yeah, I'm going to take it out. She saw it and kind of fell in love with it, so I'm going to take it off. Okay. All right. Guys, it's 3 minutes to the very, very end. Does anybody want to see anything else? I've shown everything like 5 times. So much, and it's been so fun. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I'm going to have another show on the 28th. Please bookmark my show. It's not going to be just the glass. It's going to be everything. I've got some crazy things. I've got pretty copper. There's stuff in the Buy It Now you can see. I've got some Lenox, some beautiful Lenox pieces, some Pottery Barn, things that will, of course, we'll be working on enlisting this week and next week to make sure it's ready. I'm out of town for a couple weekends, so I won't be able to do a show, and I work a lot of hours. Read my show notes, just to get to know who I am, and I read the show notes on everybody because I want to get to know who you are. It's been a long several years, handful of years in our family in the last 4 years, and my show notes kind of tell the story. But you know what? We move forward and we keep going. Sometimes we got to cut some soul ties, so we have to manage grief. But that's okay because communities like this are very helpful. This has kept me busy. When my husband passed away in October from her husband, he passed away in October, and after 35 years, that's a long time. And forever is a long time when somebody's gone. Son-in-law died 4 years ago. Another son-in-law died 2 years ago. No criminal activity, all medical, except for one, but he was in an accident. But it just seems like sometimes the hits keep coming. But I want you to be encouraged because the hits can come and come and come. But I choose to look up and to look forward and to move in life because I just know that I'm held, right? I'm looked after and I've got God on my side, and that is so good. And I just want you guys to know I love everybody so much. I'm a people lover. It's worth it to be on here just to see everybody here. And what I'm going to do is push us through to a raid trip. We're going to raid another shop. I like to try to support somebody who's trying and doesn't have maybe a ton of people on. That way, maybe you get lucky and you get somebody who's got some stuff that at a good price that you're maybe getting a chance to support. I think that's important. Okay, teaching vintage. That's great. I think that'd be a good one. We're going to raid them. Okay, guys, have a great one. Enjoy your day. Have a wonderful night. I love you. Be blessed.